this happened over the weekend, and I saw Kit Cabello do like a stream in the middle of like, it was like 12 o'clock at night here. Because this is just at another level. You thought that Biden was racist and dumb when he told somebody, "You ain't black." I think it was the same person. I think it was Charlemagne. When he said, "You ain't black if you don't vote for me." Well, Kamala Harris is at least half black, so she can get away with some of this. But she called him a straight up Republican for pretty much asking a very simple question: who's president? Is it Joe Manchin or Joe Biden? It's like attack of the Joes here. So let's go ahead and watch this clip because it really is very cringe. And these are the people supposedly in charge. We know they're really not, but let's just watch it.
Hey, who's the superhero that's going to speak against Joe Manchin? No. I want to know who's the real president of this country. Is it Joe Biden or Joe Manchin?
I'm sorry, I interrupted. I'm the vice president here. It's Simone. I'm so sorry, Charlemagne. We have to wrap.
She can hear me.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me, Madam Vice President?
So I'm sorry. We got to wrap. Oh. So I'm sorry to interrupt.
They're acting like they can't hear me.
I can hear you.
Oh, so who's the real president of this country? Is it Joe Manchin or Joe Biden, Madam Vice President?
Come on, Charlemagne. It's Joe Biden.
I can't tell sometimes.
No. It's Joe Biden. And don't start talking like a Republican about asking whether or not he's president.
Do you think Joe Manchin is a problem?
It's Joe Biden, and I'm vice president, and my name is Kamala Harris. And the reality is, because we are in office, we do the things like the child tax credit, which is going to reduce black child poverty by 50%, on track to do that. We do things that are about saying that our Department of Justice is going to do these investigations and require that we end chokeholds and have body cameras. It is the work of saying we're going to get lead out of pipes and paint because our babies are suffering because of that. It is the work of saying people who ride public transit deserve the same kind of dignity that anybody else does. So let's improve that system. It is the work of saying that we have got to bring down prescription drug costs because folks who have diabetes should not be dying because they don't have enough money in their pocket. It's about saying black maternal mortality is a real issue that must be.
That's it?
Okay. Yeah, so.
That seems set up, fam.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it was set up. I think, so the person speaking was Simone Sanders. If you guys know who Simone Sanders is, she used to be part of the Bernie Sanders campaign. Then she became part of the Biden campaign. It's just the biggest sellout, one of the biggest sellouts there is. But she pretended that he couldn't hear her, that she couldn't hear him because she didn't want her to answer that question. And then as soon as they could hear her, or that they knew that, he was like, no. And she's like, no, I can hear you, and blah, blah, blah. Then she was like, well, we got to go. We got to wrap. And so it's very obvious what they were doing here. And then, and now she's just like spewing out all this information, the child tax credit, the investigations she was talking about January 6th and policing and all of that. But like the child tax credit isn't even happening anymore. Like, it's done. It's going to be like, so she's talking about shit they're not even doing. And she called him a Republican. This is exactly what the shit libs and the synthetic left and these liberals do. Anytime you bring a valid criticism, are you a Republican? Are you Donald Trump's lackey? Why are you asking me? She's asking this guy because they blame Manchin, right? Before it was the Republicans, so they would blame the Republicans. Then it was, who was the bad guy? Then it was, Kristen Sinema. Now it's Joe Manchin. Before it was the parliamentarian too. Remember they made up some shit about a parliamentarian? So they always have somebody to blame. I mean, guys, if you don't know it by now, and I'm talking to progressives, if you don't realize by now that you're being like played, that you're being duped, this is all theatrics. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how much more clear it can get. These people are literally dangling carrots in front of you into a trap. That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, nothing of substance too as well. I mean, they're not serious about any of these policies that she just started ripping off. Once again, It's just a virtue signaling, fam. It's just all about all this stuff and whatnot. But, you know, they understand their audience, right? They understand who they're picking up. They understand who's going to go out and repeat this junk. It's the synthetic left. And so despite, you know, that's why I think in a way, fam, that like, you know, it doesn't, I'm not saying it is, but it wouldn't put it past me if it was like, well, let's create this like little kind of situation where it's going to make Kamala Harris look really tough and really stern. Like, no, I heard you. Let me tell you why. And we know that Joe Biden's the president. You're talking like a Republican, and then just start labeling these things off. So she either had them in her back pocket, she didn't get to use them, and she was just finding a place to use them, or that was kind of something, I don't know. It might be something to make her look a little bit strong. Have you seen any?
I think it makes her look weak, Pasta.
We do.
I think.
No.
Not just us. I mean, a lot of people do. Like, this is making her look like a complete and total just dipshit. Like, it's making her look so unprofessional. It's making her look fake. I mean, this is her own people are criticizing this. Liberals are criticizing her for this. That's why I don't think it was set up, because she's looking like really bad. And her approval rating's already like crap. Yeah. It's already below Joe Biden. So I definitely don't think it was set up. I think they didn't expect him to ask that question, because, you know, they only allow certain people to talk to them. And this guy's a very popular podcaster. And so, like, it's just hilarious to me that question was asked. I mean, neither of them are the president, guys. They're really okay. Neither of them are in charge. Let's put it that way. Neither Joe Manchin or Joe Biden are really in charge. Let's answer. Nobody's going to tell you that, but that's the truth. That, like, neither.
Well, I'm going to be looking at. I'm going to see how they try to spin this and whatnot and everything.
Of
so
course.
let's just keep our eye on this. I mean, because it is the unconventional days, right? Like, they understand it's all about professional wrestling. Like, the most unorthodox president of all time was Donald Trump, right? He would say whatever. So, and he would go off and he would make fun of a reporter, whatever, and then they would spin it in a popular way, like Donald Trump doesn't take any shit. That's what it almost seemed like to me, like she was getting all kind of snappy and jumpy. But I mean, this is somebody who, when she spoke to last, got her in a lot of trouble, right? This was the DJ who talked about the marijuana and she laughed about it and stuff. And people took that moment with this gentleman and highlighted that. So maybe she had a little bit of a bug up her ass. I know what you mean, fam. To us, it makes her look really bad and you know, a little bit unhinged. But like I said, I think they're going to spin this, and some people are going to be like, "Wow, Kamala really stood up and told that dude what's what." You know, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're past that. I mean, I think a lot of people are like, even people who used to like her. I mean, you just have to look at the approval rating to see
so bad
just how many people dislike her. The only people that like her are like her fans, and like that's like a handful of people, because even people in her own district, you know, don't like her. She won 0 delegates. I mean, she's vice president without winning any sort of popularity from the public. So I just wanted to play that too, because it's all bullshit. I mean, she's talking about cameras. We know she was the #1 prosecutor for putting people in jail for bullshit charges like marijuana. And also they are giving more money to the police right now as we speak. So really everything she's saying is bullshit. So
there's been no systemic change with the police whatsoever. They haven't been demilitarized. No. They haven't changed the way they're doing business. They're, you know what I'm saying? In fact, they're expanding those kind of divisions and branching people off. When they recruit people to spy on you, they're recruiting some of these people that have already done a good job for them in the police force. So, you know.